Howdy, this is Virginia Home Guard spokesman Matt Holmes here, and I have an important message for you all. So, for the past few weeks, I've had BLM supporters. They've been messaging me, telling me that you can't oppress the oppressor. Well, I have an answer to that and a response to that as an Appalachian growing up. We didn't have much, but the majority of the region was in poverty. And it was not only because of federal oppression, but economic oppression. I mean, it is one of the poorest regions in the nation, quite literally. From eastern Kentucky to southwest Virginia to West Virginia and northeast Tennessee. Some places don't even have access to clean water. But yet, it bothers me. It really does when those people act like they're the only victims, when they don't know what we go through. I mean, in Appalachia, we've faced economic problems, federal problems, such as Mountain Valley Pipeline, how they were stealing land from my fellow Appalachians. They were stealing land from them, and then when they asked for eminent domain, they never got their land back. Ever. It was just stolen. And it's wrong. It really is. And I'm not going to make excuses for this, because I will say this. Yes, the black community is also taken advantage of, because you have parties that only care about their votes, which is true. However, also the same thing can be said about the poor people. They take advantage of them, they want to destroy them, take their land, their rights away, and they don't care. They don't care at all. They just look at poor people and laugh. I'll tell you, the only privileged people in this country are the rich people. Why? Because they can take advantage and control the poor and the minorities, which is true, which is very true. And it's about time that people wake up and see that, because we are in this together. The poor and the minorities. It is true. All of us have been taken advantage of. And it couldn't be also it could be economics, it could be racial, or even federal. But I'm telling you right now, it's not just y'all. It is us too. Us Appalachians have had it rough. We've been through all kinds of stuff. Places like in Appalachia, they have not had a good economy since the Great Depression. And why is that? Because when you have the government bullying them, basically telling them what they can and can't do, such as moonshine, for example, then they'll just look at them and laugh. And that's the sad truth right there. But yet, when people speak up about it, they're demonized for it. The other side, they'll mock them, they'll call them inbreds, etc. Yes, while there may be inbreds far in between, that doesn't change the fact that there's still oppression here. It doesn't. And so, I've said this once and I'll say it again. We are in this together, the poor and the minorities. It is time that we stand up. It is very time. The time is here that we must stand up. The poor have been oppressed for so long that they've gone silent. You don't hear about it on the media at all. Period. All you hear about is these riots and all the bad news. They didn't cover MVP either. They did not cover Mountain Valley Pipeline when they stole the property from the Appalachians. They did not cover that. And that's the sad thing right there. They have a narrative, which is divide the people. But I will say this. Us Appalachians and the, minorities that are in these poor and bad cities, I will say this. You're not alone, because we have similar problems. We have economic problems. Yes, well, yes, oppression, federal, and then it doesn't change the fact that whenever, somebody riots about the pipelines in Appalachia to get their stuff back, etc., or their land, it doesn't change the fact that they're not heard. They don't even report them. They don't report them. All they do is care about these riots. And I'm telling you right now, you don't need a movement to know that your life matters. You don't. Because it's not just you, it's all of us. You see, we all bleed red. But my point is, you're not the only one oppressed. You're not. Your brothers and sisters in Appalachia have been oppressed and oppressed for decades. And I mean decades. From the Great Depression to Reconstruction, we have been oppressed. And really, they look at us and laugh. They take us as a joke. And it bothers me. Our reputation here in Appalachia, since everybody's poor, mostly, they'll make fun of them. They'll mock them. They'll call them inbreds, etc. And then they'll brag about how they got more money, etc. It's pathetic, but it's disgusting. And so, I'll say this and I'll say this again. My message to the minorities out there that think they're alone, you're not. You are just like us, your brothers and sisters in Appalachia, who have been suffering federally and economically for decades. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. God bless you all. Dio Vindicate. Have a blessed day.